In the opening scene, we see Luna, a former dancer, who is now managing her family's construction business, getting ready to go out for work and pouring herself some drinks. While doing all this, she is dancing to a song, and it's not hard to see that she is a great dancer. Her dance session is, however, short-lived when she hears a knock on the door from her brother, Henry. He has been calling her, but she did not hear him due to the sound of music she is dancing to. He asks her to rush things up as they have a client they are going to meet. She rushes inside to get all she needs, as she enters the truck with her brother. Getting to Ariel's studio, they meet Rick, her stepdad, who is cleaning the studio. Henry apologizes for being late, and they plan to clean the place because the aerialists are coming in the afternoon for rehearsals. Gabby shows up with two pieces of news for them. Good news and bad news. The good news is that they won the contract for the Festival of Art, but the bad news is that her boss, Katrina, is coming to the studio with a journalist in a few minutes, which means they have to put the studio in order before she arrives. Luna and her family are excited about the good news but quickly get to work to ensure they have the place ready before Katrina's arrival. While Gabby and Luna are folding one of the materials, they talk about the studio, which looks great, and thanks Luna for doing a great job. Bennett, Gabby's brother, is returning home from performing around the world, and leaving on his return to create a buzz around it because he is a professional aerialist. His flight got delayed, so he will arrive during rehearsal. Rick tries to make a joke about being an aerialist, but Luna does not seem to follow the joke. She seems interested in being one. Gabby receives a notification that her boss is around, so she goes ahead to pick her up. Luna, on the other hand, is drawn to the silk and keeps touching it. When the journalist enters, she starts asking questions that might discourage Gabby from organizing the event. Questions like who will be Bennett's partner and the attendance of the previous Festival of Art. Luna walks by, and the journalist asks if she is part of the show, but she clarifies that her family is taking care of the construction. Gabby reveals that she was a dancer, but Luna mentions that her performing days are long gone. The next scene shows Bennett giving a shout-out to a fan, who is an athlete, through his mom's phone. This also gives him the chance to invite her to the show. When Bennett gets to the aerial studio, he meets Luna, who has been trying to do stunts with the silk, but she falls when she sees him. He is not pleased that she is playing with it like it's a toy. Bennett scolds her harshly, but she claims she is conducting a safety inspection, but he is not buying her excuse. He asks for his sister and Luna informs him that she is in a meeting and she has been tasked with showing him around. She nervously explains that she and his sister go to aerial yoga, and she believes that the inclusion of Ariel in the year's Festival of Art is a great move. But he doesn't seem pleased with all her ramblings. He declines the tour she intends to give him. While she is leaving, she sees the way he climbs the silk, and she is greatly impressed. After rehearsals, Bennett goes home. Gabby is delighted to see him, but she notices Elise, who is supposed to be his aerial partner, is not in the car, and she asks for her. Bennett initially changes the topic and ignores his sister's question. Later, he explains he will do the dancing alone because Elise is not coming. She is currently working with Rihanna and cannot be with him. Gabby is concerned about this development because he cannot do a solo performance since she has announced he will be performing a duet. The festival is a huge deal for them because the attendance has been down, and she promised them that their show will boost things up. She insists that they will find him a partner, but he doesn't think they can find someone with the required skills and who can learn the silk's routine within 6 weeks. His sister believes that they will find the perfect partner for him regardless of the situation. The next scene shows Bennett and her sister in the aerial studio, trying to see if they can get someone who will be able to step in for Elise. He gave all the ladies in attendance the task of climbing the silk to the top. They all gave it a try, but they could not complete the task. This further solidifies Bennett's point to Gabby that they will not be able to find anyone. Gabby has been disturbing Luna with messages to come for the audition. However, Luna is with her family, making plans for the construction. When the last text message comes up, she informs them that it's from Gabby, but her brother and stepfather do not think it's important for her to go and be swinging from the rafters since they are all busy. However, her mom believes that she will be great at it, so she concludes that she is not going for the audition. While her family is discussing, Luna imagines herself dancing and she feels alive. Realizing that this is what she loves, she gives the excuse that she wants to get some paint, but her plan is to rush down to the studio for the audition. Seeing Luna enter the studio, Bennett announces the audition is over and that he does not want to try anyone else. Gabby tries all she can to make him stay and see Luna climb the silk to the top. While the two siblings are planning an expansion, Bennett insists he doesn't have the patience to teach someone from scratch. Unknown to them, Luna had climbed up and she asked if she was high enough. Gabby is excited about this, while her brother is dumbfounded. He wonders how she can climb that high. She reveals she was a dancer, but it's been a few years since she performed. Gabby already accepts Luna, but Bennett is still skeptical. Luna recounts how she saw an aerial dance on a cruise ship once and wishes she could do it, but he tells her that she would need more than wishes to be able to do it. She reveals that she had an injury that kept her away from dancing. Although she knows that this is harder than dancing, she pleads for a chance to prove herself because not doing anything is worse. He then agrees to try her and schedule rehearsals with her. The next day, Luna lies to her brother so that she can attend the rehearsals. Getting to the rehearsal and meeting Bennett, she tries to engage in a conversation with him, but he keeps being difficult with her. Luna is afraid of heights, and Bennett's response does not encourage her, but she is persistent, and they start the rehearsals. He gives her leggings to prevent the silk from burning her skin and to make the whole process comfortable for her before starting anything. When she wonders if he always has ladies' leggings, he reveals that it is for his sister. They start rehearsal, and there are moments when he prevents her from falling. This sparks up a little bit of tension between them, but they continue with the rehearsals. After the rehearsals, Luna tries to make an excuse for not being available the next day, but Bennett refuses to cut her some slack since there is much work to be done in a limited time frame. In the next scene, while having lunch with Gabby, Bennett reveals that things are not going to work out with Luna. Gabby refuses to believe this since they have only done one rehearsal. After much back and forth discussion, a singer named Andries Joan enters the cafe, and Gabby drags her brother to follow her so that they can convince her to do the show with them. She wants him to convince her that the show is going to be a great one. But with all that is happening, he doesn't think it is. So, she reveals that if things do not get better after 2 weeks, he is bringing in someone from New York. On getting to Audrey, Gabby introduces herself as the Arts Festival programmer, and Audrey is pleased to meet her in person. She reveals that her show looks promising, but the duet has to be perfect. Gabby suggests that they go for a karaoke, but Audrey suggests a better plan, which is she will do the show with someone who happens to be a mystery singer. She knows the voice but not the face. This leads them to go on a hunt for who the mystery singer might be. On their way, they see Luna. Her brother notices something is off with her and she claims it's from overworking at the gym. Gabby asks about the rehearsals. She hushes her because she has not told her family yet. Luna is so overjoyed to see Audrey, who recognizes her as Bennett's new silk partner. So, she insists that she go with them on their search for the mystery singer, especially since they need to bond. They arrive at the location where Audrey usually hears the song. On entering, they see that the mystery singer is Gabby's boss, Katrina. Katrina denies that she is the one singing because that is a secret she has been keeping. They propose that she performs in the festival opener with Audrey, who insists she will only do the show if Katrina agrees to sing with her. Her art students arrive for class and they have to leave. Outside, Audrey is disappointed, but Luna assures her that Gabby will convince her to sing with her. Andrew promises to see them on opening night as she leaves. Meanwhile, Gabby is in a fix because she doesn't know how to convince her boss. Gabby informs Luna and Bennett that the journalist is coming to check their rehearsals the following week. Bennett does not like the idea, but Gabby gives them no choice since it will be good publicity for the show. While Luna and Bennett are stretching for rehearsals, she asks more about his life and the people he has worked with. She suspects that he was involved with one of his partners who did not make it into the big league, but he reveals that he likes keeping his professional and personal life separate. They begin rehearsals, and as they are about to get things wrong, the reporter comes in. Her first comment is that Luna is into construction because she saw her the last time. The interview starts, and the reporter starts probing Bennett about his past injuries, but when Luna tries to defend him, she jumps on her and starts probing her. Things go from bad to worse when they decide to show the journalist a small routine. She tells Gabby to ensure they will not bore the house during the festival. After the journalist leaves, Gabby agrees that it is too early to call a journalist. Bennett seems to be quiet, making Luna believe she is the cause of the bad review. She apologizes for letting them down, and leaves. Bennett agrees that Candace is right and that they are not going to be good enough. Going back home, Luna buys different gifts for her family members, and after giving each individual their gifts, she breaks the news that she is performing at the festival. They are all surprised to hear the news, and she apologizes for going behind them for the audition and the rehearsals. She also reveals the interview, which is almost making her quit. But she does not want to quit. Surprisingly, her family is happy for her and is only disappointed that she did not tell them immediately. They all agree to find ways to work things out, as she will need to be away from rehearsals. In the next scene, Gabby and Luna read the article published by Candace, which looks bad for the festival. Katrina reaches out to Gabby to find a way to fix it. The next scene shows Gabby and Bennett at the cafe. He is not sure Luna will be able to work things out because she caves in under pressure, but his sister does not intend to give up on them, so she compliments them that they look good together. Bennett quickly mentions that he is not doing it again, which reveals that he was once in love with a dance partner and it ended badly. While Gabby is urging him to give Luna her full 2 weeks before deciding, Luna enters. This is when she realizes he is not fully ready to work with her but only plans to try her out for just 2 weeks. She is sad as she walks back out. Bennett tries to call her back, all to no avail. Later, Gabby heads to Katrina's office, on a mission to change her mind about singing with Andrew. At first, Katrina refuses and turns down the offer, but Gabby remains persistent and determined. She eventually finds a way to convince her boss to sing on stage with Andrew. This lifts her spirit because she knows that when people hear that Andrew will sing at the festival, there will be a great crowd at the festival. At the aerial studio, Bennett comes in to see Luna dancing, and he is fascinated because he can feel all the emotions from her dance. When she notices he is looking, she stops. He compliments her dance and wonders if she can move the spirit from the dance to the silk. Luna explains that her dance is always like a story, and the issue she has with silk is that it is all about technique. But Bennett urges her to tell her story and forget about the technique while on the silk. He apologizes for not being committed to her initially. They both head to the silk to start rehearsing. She starts by learning the forward drop, which she gets based on instructions from Bennett. Now that she is more focused, she starts seeing the story part about using the silk, which she was missing before. During the rehearsal, Luna receives a call from her family, who urgently need her attention. Bennett offers to follow her. In the next scene, Andrea meets with Katrina at her studio. Katrina did not think they would be having their first rehearsals in the studio, but Andrea reveals they are not rehearsing. She wants them to paint together. Meanwhile, Bennett helps Luna with work. Her parents were surprised because she had told them that he was cold as ice. She wonders what he will be doing after the show, and he reveals he would probably be going on tour. He reveals that though he loves traveling, he is getting a little tired with their routine and has asked production to change it, but they keep refusing. This is why he and Elise are working on a new routine to show their boss and see if they can take the new routine to their tour. But the problem is that Elise did not show up for the Festival of Art, and that has destroyed his plans. Luna also shares why she quit dancing. She had a job with a dance company for a while, but the artistic directors were a couple, and when they split, it affected the company. Her stepdad had knee surgery, so she came home. Since then, she has had a few bad auditions, but no big breakthrough in dancing yet. She suggests that they try some of Bennett's new routines at the festival, which he seems to consider. Meanwhile, Katrina and Andrea continue to sing. Painting has been an activity that allows Katrina to be comfortable enough sing, which is why Andrea suggests they paint to make her see she has a beautiful voice. At the studio, Gabby shows all the artists on the stage where they will be performing. She walks up to Luna to also apologize for what she heard at the cafe. While talking, Gabby gives Luna a hint that makes it look as if Bennett is into her. This makes her a little uncomfortable while she walks with him to the top of the stage to check things out. Getting to the top, Luna keeps breathing heavily because she is scared of heights and suggests she needs to work more on it. He tries to encourage her and hold her, but she feels more uncomfortable, not simply because of her height but because she is processing the hint she got from Gabby. She then runs back to the stage. Back outside, Bennett offers Luna a drink and asks how she is feeling. He assures her that there is nothing wrong with her. Just then Gabby suggests they start dancing on the dance floor because everything is just boring. They start dancing and the others join in. While dancing, they both enjoy the company of one another. At the aerial studio, Bennett gets there to meet Luna, sitting comfortably inside the silk and telling him how comfortable it feels. He feels it's time for her to stop working just above the ground and go to show height. They start the process, and Luna, though she is afraid, he is there all through with her, motivating her with words for her to overcome her fears. She continues and becomes successful. Out of excitement for her achievement, she rushes to Bennett and jumps on him, but they quickly disengage, and he apologizes to her for being sweaty. Later, Luna's birthday is around the corner, and she is preparing for it with her mom. Her mom asks her if she has invited Gabby, but she has not because she cannot invite her without inviting Bennett. Her mom then realizes she likes Bennett, so she suggests that she should invite him and not be afraid of getting a no from him. Luna tries her best to ignore her mom's advice, but she insists that she send the text to him. She panics after sending the message and throws the phone into the cabinet. But just as she walks away, she receives a message from Bennett, confirming that he is coming. Back at Gabby's house, Bennett reveals that he has gotten a gift for Luna. It is a surprise that he believes his sister will be proud of. The next day on Luna's birthday, Bennett drives to her home after the practice. Before she disappears, he reveals that he has a surprise for her. Luna's family, Bennett and Gabby, celebrate with her. After the party, Bennett helps to clean the dishes. Later, he sees a treehouse at the back of the building and they both climb up into it. It holds loads of memories for Luna, including where she had an accident that made her afraid of heights. She also has a memory box where she shares the story behind each memory with Bennett. Things get heated up between them, but as they are about to give in to their desires and kiss one another, Luna's mom calls her from the house to come and say goodbye to Gabby. Bennett tells Luna to follow him to her surprise as well. He takes her to the city, where some aerialists are performing in a circus. The crowd is excited, just as much as Luna is. They are inspired by the performance and decide to incorporate some styles into their routines. The next day, Gabby is about to head to work, and she notices her brother has not moved an inch from where he has been sitting. She suspects that something is wrong with him. So, she sits with him and asks him to open up. He is scared of his feelings for Luna because he believes that he will be reckless. He doesn't want to go into a relationship knowing fully well that he will have to go back on tour leaving her behind. This may eventually lead to heartbreak. Gabby advises him to go for what he wants, but he believes that he would rather stay off than go through with his feelings because his work will get between them. She suggests that he talk to her and not decide for her. Meanwhile, when Luna and her family conclude the construction of one part of the project, they reveal that they would be fine without her. They want her to focus on her talent because they do not want to hold her back. In the next scene, while Luna and Bennett are practicing in the studio, she senses Bennett is worried. She desires to know the cause, but the truth is that Bennett is worried about his feelings, which he cannot share. She wonders if he has invited his boss to the show to see the new routine, But seeing his response, it seems he is not sure he will invite them because Luna is not a professional. This revelation makes her lose her self-confidence. Gabby walks in with Katrina, and they see a glimpse of what will happen in the show. However, because of the current issue between the performers, Luna falls while on the silk. Katrina leaves angrily and tells Gabby she hopes the show will not be a massive flop. Bennett also leaves, telling Luna they should regroup the next day, which is the day of the show. The next scenes show Gabby, Luna, and Bennett all spending the night in solitude while waiting for the big day. Finally, the big day is here, but Luna is not able to find Bennett. Gabby initially thinks he is with Luna, but when Luna comes to ask for him, she remembers that he makes himself unavailable sometimes when he is in procession, and there is no way he will miss the show. They both head to the theater afterwards. Katrina is in the dressing room with Luna, and she apologizes for what she said in the studio, which is simply because she is just nervous. They are both nervous, making Luna use the routine Bennett implores for her to help Katrina stay calm. After affirming that she can do it, Katrina walks to the stage and sings beautifully with Andre. While their song is going on, Bennett enters the theater and meets Luna backstage before going ahead to change. He apologizes for ghosting her, letting fear overpower him then. He believes their routine is a love story and asks if Luna is ready to tell it to him. Finally, Luna and Bennett go on the stage and start displaying their routine. The people cheer them on. After their presentation, everyone in the building stands up to applaud their excellent performance. Gabby is so excited for being able to pull off such a wonderful performance before taking Bennett away for an autograph. Luna's family is also there to congratulate her on the success of the show. Katrina then apologizes to Gabby for doubting her because it turns out that she is right about the show. She promised that the show would continue every year and also make her the managing director of the Festival of Art. After this, the journalist, Candace, comes to apologize to Luna for the article she wrote about her. She takes Luna to the stage, telling her they could not get a photograph and would like to take her picture again. Luna agrees and follows her, only to meet Bennett on stage. She climbs the silk to join him before she realizes she has been tricked, and it is Bennett's plan all along. He has been planning to tell her something, but he first draws her close and kisses her passionately. He reveals that his boss saw the routine and is willing to employ her with him. They share a kiss to the good news and to a new future of greatness to be achieved together.